All right. Well, the guys are making their way up here as we get ready for communion. I was thinking just as we were singing the song about the blood of the Lamb, and I remember the very first time I sat in a church building and saw the communion trays go around, and I had no idea what the meaning or the significance of it was. And I thought, oh, it's snack time. But since then, I began to realize, this represents something much deeper, a nourishment. We call it the Lord's Supper, sometimes communion, but the early Christians, they called it Eucharistes. The word means thanksgiving. And I think about that, Thanksgiving. What's the first thing that pops into your mind when you think about Thanksgiving? A table, right? A table full of food, and everybody's around the table, and it is a celebration. It's a time of fellowship, a time of feasting, a time of joy, and there's just this atmosphere in the air, and I think about the table. This is the Lord's table, and we're God's family sitting around His table. Somebody once said, this is not the Lord's altar, this is the Lord's table. And there's quite a difference between an altar and a table, isn't there? Altar is about what? That's about sacrifice, and sin, and mourning. And that's already taken place when Jesus went to the cross, right? And the table comes after the altar, the time of fellowship. It's a time of thanksgiving. It's a time of joy, which is why we speak in terms of celebrating the Lord's Supper. And then I also thought about the lengths Jesus went to in order to build this table. Think of the wood that He used. Think of the distance that He came in order to build this table of fellowship. Think of the nails that He used. Think of the sacrifice that He made in order to build this table. And then I realized, this table, this is just kind of a representation. The Lord's table is huge. It extends over the whole earth. God's family all over the world today is sitting at His table. And we can enjoy and remember our great gift that we've been given, the gift of fellowship, the gift of redemption. We can call Him our Father, and He calls us His children. That's why Jesus went to the cross. That's why He died. That's why He rose from the grave. And so let's think about these things as we offer up thanksgiving to God.